Hello everybody and welcome to Warlords of Sigrdrifa episode 6 anime review. So it didn't quite go, super dark as we were maybe hoping it would. I say me, I was kind of hoping we'd see some death, but what they did do is they introduced a lot of characters with unique designs, which makes me think, oh okay, they could very easily fill the void if someone were to, bite it. So I think they've set up all these people. I don't think we're escaping completely unscathed. We didn't get into the meat of it. I think next week maybe. Although maybe not, because it's called like Retreat, so maybe they're not going to. Maybe they've just awakened the beast. A lot of other stuff happened this week, mostly the last section when they took off and actually got into battle. Still got no idea exactly what the pillars are, although I've got a little theory, so to speak, but we'll get to that when we get to it. A lot of stuff already. We found out exactly why Sonoka hates Amatsuka and that so much. Found out what happened there, so that's exciting. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. So everybody is headed to this new base, which is the base of operations for the Mount Fuji attack pillar thing. Presumably it's just because it's closer. And there's loads of people around. There's like 1 billion planes. Not actually, but there's a lot of planes. Including people from all over around the world, including the Claudia's old, back at her old base. They're there as well, those two. And I saw them and I was like, well, they're going to die then, That was basically what I was thinking. Like, well, they're dead, That's kind of what I think. Like I said, all over the place there's people with cool designs. The Dude Bros have got this magazine, which is like a celebrity magazine, but the Valkyries are on it, so they do like photo shoots and stuff, and presumably like interviews. I got nothing. For me, the humor in this show isn't really hitting often, but it's pretty whatever, That's just me. Claudia B's all happy. She's like, I love my new friends, and I love my old friends too. And it's like, oh, look how happy it is. It'd be a shame if anything was to happen to any of them, which I'm definitely. I'm definitely thinking that's going to happen. Let's all defeat the pillar. Happy days, Things are very happy early on, and that I was getting concerned. I was like, I feel like things are going bad because this is going too happy at the moment. Obliviously happy Miko says hello to them. They're named, and everyone's like, "Oh, Miko." Miko realized how big deal they were. She might be a bit, a bit apprehensive, and then they're like, "No, she wouldn't. She's obliviously optimistic and happy." That's a good word for Miko. And then Amatsuka gets called Helmwig, and Claudia was like, what's a Helmwig? Bruh, what is a Helmwig? I don't understand that. We learn a bit later on what a Helmwig was. But right now they've got to go to an important meeting full of important people. Everyone is important people in this meeting. So it's a strategy meeting with the head guy, the big boss, the big commander guy. He gives a rousing speech that gets everybody involved in this. It's very good. Everybody's getting hyped. He's done a very good job until the slideshow behind him flashes up an image of the dead one. Ortlind, I think is her name. The dead one. Odin interrupts. Don't know why he had to show the picture of her. They don't even reference the picture of her. So I'm curious as to what exactly Odin was doing there. But no, Odin megaphones his speech, where he says he will be watching the battle, he's going to give his blessing and his protection. All the dudes get hyped for him, but most of the girls are just like, they don't trust him, they're just glaring at him. So, I guess because I assume Odin doesn't talk to the regular folk too often, so they have no idea that he's actually a little manipulative little poo. So the girls are all like, what are you actually after? But the dudes are like, yeah man, Odin's on our side, great, we got nothing to worry about. You got a lot to worry about, dudes. You have a lot to worry about. I think that's something we can all agree on. Yeah. He's not trustworthy, is he? The 4 main girls don't quite know what to do while they wait to take off and everything, so they go see the engineers for a bit, and the engineers tell them that Amatsuka is with the captain guy. Not the commander, the captain. Different guy. Sonoka runs off when she hears that, and because they all used to be in the same unit together, makes sense. So Helmwig, Amatsuka, is actually S-Class? I thought they said like Helmwig was S-Class. But then it later turns out that I think she just took the name Helmwig, like she's not the original S-Class Helmwig. Am I getting that right? Very confusing. she says she doesn't want, Amatsuka is saying she doesn't want Sonoka to fly, so she's going to sabotage the plane again. However, Sonoka hears this and is like, okay, so you sabotaged my plane back then, so that's why that happened. What does he mean by that? We go to 2 years earlier to see exactly what happened. Sonoka was just in the base because her plane was broken, because as we know, Amatsuka broke it. So she was just watching all of her friends get shot down. Amatsuka luckily survived, but the other one did not survive. I think it was actually 2 more, but one of them at least was definitely died. Presumably that was the first Helmwig, I'm not too sure though. Claudia. No, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Amatsuka didn't get the name. Claudia became a named after a named was lost in that 2 years ago bit. So after that happened, that's when Claudia became a name. I think I got that right. Sorry for the confusion. I think that's how it happened. I'm not too sure though. Amatsuka just did it, just sabotaged her plane because I got a bad feeling, you know? Bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Makes a lot of... Well, no, it doesn't, but it makes a bit of sense. Claudia and them are like, okay, yeah, we get it. We get you're worried about her and you don't want her to go and get in danger. But we need her. Like, Claudia is being rational. It's like, we don't want her in danger either, but she's too good to not use, basically. Which is what do you do in that situation? It's like, they're very good, but they're very young. But they're very good, though, you know. It's an impossible question. I'm definitely not qualified to answer it, so I shall not. We then go to the actual meat of the episode with the takeoff and the big old battle. Sonoka is still going to fly because she thinks, hey, she wanted me to not fly, so I'm going to fly, basically. Is it spite? Maybe a little bit. Is it justified? Again, maybe a little bit. They all go in the fight in the sky. They fight some drones. Everyone's doing it, from the characters we know to these random ones. There's an English one. There's an English one that bombs the pillar. Go on the English. The UK. That's felt a bit patriotic right there, but not really. Sonoka was also being very awesome. I think we learned she's the youngest named candidate in history in the world. So there's that. Everyone's doing well. They damage the pillar, right? They fly inside the pillar. Should probably mention the big old fight was quite well animated. Liked it a lot. Well done. They fly inside the pillar, and inside the pillar, I guess it's just nighttime. My theory is the pillars are sort of like portals to Asgard, because it definitely seemed a lot bigger inside the pillar than it looked like from the outside. This is, again, I think this is anime original, so I can't say I know what's going on. I'm just predicting something like that, because of course there's crash planes all over in there. Odin says, hey, the dead people are coming, and then I guess the planes start, like the people's planes, I don't know if they're copies or what, but they come out and they're enemies, so they're like zombie planes basically, and they're working for the bad guy. The bad guy, of course, is Thor, god of thunder. So my guess is maybe Odin lost Asgard to the other gods or something. My Norse mythology is all over the place, but everyone knows who Thor is, so that's probably a good one to start with. I don't really know, you know. He doesn't look like Odin. He looks like a big old unit. Curious to see what exactly is going on there. Is this actual Thor, or like what's going on? Did Asgard get taken over and all the other gods are like, I don't want to say slaves, but like they're being used maybe, and Odin was the only one that got away, and he's like, I need the humans to help me save them. Maybe? I don't really know. I don't trust Odin, for as far as I can tell. Is Odin actually the bad guy and he got ousted from Asgard? So now he's using the humans to retake Asgard, but he's actually the bad one? Who knows? I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'm just throwing a load of theories out there. No idea. Outside the pillar then, a load of secondary drone units show up. And including, in the inside, one of those dead planes was Sonoka and Amatsuka's friend. Her plane rises as well. Yet to see if the actual people are inside. Presumably not. Presumably it's just like the planes, but I'm not too sure. But that was where we ended the episode. As I said, things started going really bad, but no one important died yet. Also, I'm a bit gutted that next episode is called like Pillar Retreat or something, because that means they're going to retreat. But what are they going to do after they retreat? Because they pissed off the pillar and Thor. They're not going to take that line down, you know. You got to nip that in the bud. And we got like what, 6 episodes left. Sorry. So are they going to just spend 6 episodes thinking of a plan? Basically, I got no idea how we're going to do this. To be honest, I don't have very much idea. It does look like it's gonna be more serious from now on though, which I do like. I think if we're talking just in general, I prefer serious over like comedic shows, but there's room for both, you know. There's room for both. I'm looking forward to it, you know. I'm not gonna say I'm really hyped for this show. I was kind of hoping like things would go really bad, like a lot of like 90% of the people would die. It's still early. That could happen next week, and you know, just Claudia and a few others could escape. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. That is definitely something we'll have to see. But what was my favourite part of this week's episode? Let's check that out, and then we'll wrap this shindig up. So my favourite part of the episode is just the battle and how it really got crazy. Like, it was like, blah, zombie planes, blah, Thor's there. You know, then there's a million other things outside, and then, you know, there's their friend's dead plane, or their dead friend's plane, you know. Things just went a bit crazy towards the end, and I love it, you know. Makes the build-up worth it. We've got to see if they can keep this. I consider this positive momentum at the moment, so I'd like to see if they can keep that going, and hopefully they can. I want people to die, you know. I think that would be a big old whoop-oof. That's just what I want. What do you guys want? Let me know. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.